Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Zigan. I said this in one of my other videos that we could come back for Viz. Viz, Shonen Jump, One Punch Man. Not One Punch Man, sorry. One Piece. I don't know why I said One Punch Man. We're gonna go through a little bit of this. This is gonna be more of a review than reaction because you got my reaction Saturday. Friday or Saturday, I can't remember. So it's not called Idiot Lord, it's called Fool Overlord, but pretty close. A lot of this is still the same. Got the Orochi, Berry no Mi, the Borrower playing priest. So that's changed. The names are the same. I'm guessing they have to be either grandfather or great grandfather and great grandma of Orochi, which makes sense for them staying around because you would always think, why couldn't they just do everything on their own? But it makes sense if they did it for Orochi because Orochi is a descendant of them. And if they died, the Kurozumi clan can live on with the power. You see Lord Oden Rush. Yeah, a lot of the same. So actually the fan translation wasn't too far off, which is actually really good to know. As the crowds look up at the castle, cheering the return of Oden. Arrows are shot out. I don't think that was Orochi's doing because Orochi's here. I'm still guessing it's Queen. Because I think at this point Kaido probably has Queen, King, and Jack, because we know at this point we had that flashback or them showing the castle burning down, and the castle burning down, we saw those three. He from Wild Child to Daimyo of Curry. They went to sea and travel along the greatest world's the world's greatest pirates. Returning many times stronger than when he left. Kazuki Oden returned invincible and triumphant. Which is probably actually true. Because when you're training with Whitebeard's crew and then you train with Roger's crew, you definitely probably have became so much stronger. And him and the people saw a savior who would rescue them from cruelty. I still say Orochi said something to Oden that his family would die or his people would die. That's why he danced here. His fear of snakes give him blues. This also makes sense because I went back through and picked up some stuff. Apparently all the loincloths, I got told, not on the last video, but somewhere, I think on his Twitter or something, I got told that all the loincloths were actually names of food that make up Oden. Which is cool. Definitely cool neat little thing there. Also found out that when you go back to the episodes, they talk about how the kids say he's a fool of a lord, or how Kaido said he is such a big fool. This is probably what they're replying back to. People hated this chapter, apparently. People really hated this chapter and said this is one of the worst ones ever. But I don't think so. I think they're just building up. This is actually a good chapter still. I don't know if I could rate it 10 out of 10. I think I rated a 9 out of 10. I think this is probably a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Because it's definitely building up something. And this chapter will increase in value or pointage once we find out what Orochi told him. And we'll probably find out from Shinobu. Tales of his antics in the capital reached Curry too. After a year of this, which was 24 years before today, Oden received a newspaper from abroad. I'm guessing, because I've read through this chapter a few times now, I'm guessing, at least the old one, I'm guessing this was supposed to make Orochi, giving this to Oden, I'm guessing Orochi thought Oden would then be more lenient to letting Orochi do whatever he wants, but I'm guessing this is more of him building up his, like, oh, I could be that great too, or I don't need to be this. But also, if Orochi did say, I won't harm your friends or family or something like that, and then he kills the old man Yuro's wife and most of the underground and imprisons him, that kind of sent him over the edge. Because then you're just breaking a promise. Three years pass, 4 years pass. In the 5th year, the Shogun has come to Kuri. I'm guessing he finally thinks Oden is defeated at this point and won't stand his ground against Orochi. I would like to build a number of new weapon factories here. I want your help, Oden. But Shogun, what of the ships you know with Kaido? What do you mean? I'm guessing that's the other thing. I was like, maybe the other translation I couldn't really get it. I'm guessing, which this is a guess. The ships meant maybe he asked Orochi for ships, protecting his people and a ship to leave the country, because he's explored most of the world. If he could get his family and friends out and then fight Orochi and Kaido, it would be no problem. But with Orochi saying, what do you mean, it pissed off Oden, because Oden should have knew that Orochi wouldn't keep a promise. Oh, and as for Haguro, he's beyond my means to control. Total 16 plus died, as his family assumed. The lake has been smoldering some terrible burden all alone for 5 long years. And the samurais were right. And this was the last straw of his perseverance. Great big tears spilled from his eyes as the emotions he held back came flooding all at once. The time has come to strike down Kaido. That's what we've been waiting for. To hear you say for all these years. And then the final page, I didn't get it. I finally got it after a few read-throughs. The foe was Kaido. They paid heed to no other. The story of their march is a thing of the past, sadly. And it ends in the public execution of Kozuki Oden. I didn't get what they meant, but I then remember, after like the second time of reading through, I actually took my time and read through this, that I forgot Oden's dead, and they did it as a public execution, and he's dead. So I still say he's not. He could live. Sam would checking that there is a possibility that he's still alive somewheres. And now, dear audience, let not your eyelids blink, lest you miss a single moment of what shall be known as the Hour of Legends. Also, I think Denjiro, people keep saying Denjiro looks like Zoro's teacher, and I get where your appearance comes from, but if you look up Denjiro, or actually, we'll come back to this. If you look up Denjiro, One Piece Denjiro, let's do it real quick. If you look up One Piece Denjiro, you click on the wiki, I think this is where it was. They're not going to have a picture, are they? No, it's the anime picture. Okay. It's not that. It's, I'm guessing, more the manga then. Okay, let's go to my manga. It was actually where I left off, where I saved the page. It should be somewhere in here. I'm at 918. It's somewhere in here that we see a picture of Denjiro. It might not be a full picture, but it shows a foreshadow of what Denjiro would look like. I'm going a little bit forward because I still say he's the wishing hour boy. Stealing from the rich to the poor. Because we already knew he stole a lot. Back when we first met him in the flashback. So it wouldn't be a big guess that he's doing it now. Okay, if you go to chapter 921, or I believe it's in the episode, you could find it better in the episode because it's full screen. Page 10. You see a picture of a foreshadow. I would have to go back in the episode to find it, but it's already in the episode. You see a shadow version of Kawamatsu, Ashiradoji, and Denjiro. Here's the thing. Ashiradoji and Kawamatsu look the same to what the shadow looks like. No one really talks about this ever. I don't know why. They look the same as when they find them. Denjiro, we have not seen anybody with the hair in the ponytail and the hair coming off. We haven't seen anybody like that yet. So I'm still saying he's a wishing hour boy and he's somewheres, because we haven't seen a character with hair like that. It seems like he's saving all his hair. He doesn't get a haircut, he just saves it. Which, if so, that means we still haven't seen him. I'm still saying we haven't seen him because the other two look perfectly the same. You can go back and check that if you want. But I still say we still haven't seen him. But, as you can even see in this, he still has all his hair. His hair is long. After 20 years, you would expect it to be really long. And we'll also find out why they're called the 9 red scabbards is because of the sun and how they looked on that day. Also, there's music down here that I didn't notice. I'm guessing the shamisen is playing. Someone's playing the shamisen in the background. But I'm definitely saying we have not seen Denjiro yet. Because Ashura Doji and Kawamatsu, both in those grayed out images, look exactly the same. Oda made them exactly the same as they were in those grayed out pictures, so I'm guessing Denjiro will be the same. We just haven't seen Denjiro yet. I'm still saying that. I might have pictures later on in a different video where we talk about Denjiro. I'll probably talk about Ashura Doji, Kawamatsu, and Denjiro in one thing, and pictures pop up and I'll talk about them. Because, like I'm saying, I don't think we've seen him yet. We'll do a video about that probably later on in the week when I have more time. Because I have to find all the pictures, crop them out, put them on screen, have them ready. Using OBS is going to be a weird one to do, but I've got an idea how to do it. Otherwise, not much has changed. Most of this has been the same. It is mostly me talking. Still say this 7 or 8 out of 10. And it's a really good chapter, and most of it hasn't changed. Some stuff like I said, some of this I didn't pick up on my first read through. Like when I did for the video, I read through this a few times, so some of this has changed, but with the fan translation is not bad at all. It'd also be cool. It'd be cool if we can see how some of these people escaped Wano. The ones that did not get sent through the future. I don't know if we will, but it would be cool to see how they escaped Wano. I'm talking about Inuarashi and Nekomamushi, the greatest one. And if you guys really want it, Denjiro, because you think Denjiro left the country and did all the training with Zoro. Which could be a possibility, but I don't think it is. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like the video, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, recommend subscribe to the channel, keep up content. But like I said, next chapter we're definitely building up to a great battle here. We're probably gonna have at least 2 or 3 more chapters before the end of the flashback, and then we'll go back to present day. That's gonna be my guess. Like I said, we will do a video about at least it's gonna be mostly about Denjiro, but I'm gonna have Ashura Doji and Kawamatsu in there too. I'm gonna talk a little bit about them, and we're gonna try put up pictures. I haven't done it for any videos before. I think I've done it for one video, but that was like 2 years ago. So we might have pictures up for brief seconds when we talk about them. But that's pretty much it. We'll talk more about Denjiro later on in a video this week, and then this next Friday through Sunday, when we get a fan translation, it'll be cool to see what comes from it. Otherwise, we'll probably be doing this for some chapters. When we have fan translations and real ones, we might have a reaction with a tiny bit of review, and then a more decent size 20-minute review of the chapter later on. Otherwise, this is basically just a review of the chapter and going back and talking about things that I missed, because I miss a lot when you read multiple mangas and do multiple animes. So, otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I already said this. I don't know why I'm saying it again, but thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good night, wherever you are. Just have a good day. Hopefully I see you guys next video, and peace.